Today in this article review session, Mr. will be reviewing the article that is New Era of Artificial Intelligence in Education towards a Sustainable Multifaceted Revolution. So how many of you believe that AI is being a boon to the education system or a bait? How many of you think it's a positive thing? Raise your hand. And negative? Okay. Also, these are all our assumptions. We all feel it in our bones. But there are few people who has taken this an opportunity to kind of attach the facts to it and come to a conclusion whether the AI is being a good thing or a bad thing to the education system. So in this article review session, we will be understanding the benefits, challenges and the opportunities of AI in education system.
Thank you, Shivani, for the wonderful introduction for my article, for the article I am reviewing. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Yash Kunya. I'll be doing an article review on a new era of artificial intelligence in education towards a sustainable, multifaceted revolution. Now, this article specifically has been written by three authors. The three authors specifically are Firuz Kamalov, Santandreu, and Ikhlaas Gurrib. Of these, Mr. Firuz and Mr. Ikhlaas are from the University of Calcutta, Dubai, and Mr. David is an independent researcher who is the main writer, main force behind this. All of them are PhD holders, with Mr. David having PhD in education specifically, and both of them focusing mainly on AI. Mainly about the article, abstract of the article. This article mainly investigates three points of AI in education: application, benefits, and challenges. These 3 points are reviewed using qualitative methods by seeing what the other authors, the other people who have established, who have written review articles about it. These 3 people see which articles are good and what they say about AI in education regarding these facts. Background information. As stated before, it uses a qualitative method to conduct research, specifically using scoping review using Prisma SCR, which is Preferred Reporting Index for scoping, and meta-analysis using scoping review.
SLR, it's not SCR.
No ma'am, this is SCR. Specifically SCR, yes ma'am.
SCR stands for
Scoping review ma'am. It is not a systematic literature review, it is a scoping review.
Scoping.
Yes ma'am. Scoping review is far more broader in terms than SLR. That is why they have used SCR, because they are covering 3 broad topics which are then also very much fragmented now. Now, research objectives. These are 3 main research objectives of the article. Review the existing literature related to AI in education. This is done by using scoping review. Analyze potential impact of AI in education. It sees how AI is being used, how AI has an impact on education, how the students and teachers are using AI in their day-to-day life and in their education. The third one, identify main avenues in application, benefits and challenges of AI in education. This is where that multifaceted revolution comes in. Thank you. Now, what they are focusing mainly on, one of the chatbots which is used. How many of you actually use ChatGPT? If I see one hand down, I will question them very thoroughly. Ma'am, I am asking the students, ma'am.
You have to ask everybody.
Everyone hands down.
Yeah.
So all the students are liars.
Question everyone.
See, I told you already not to open your laptops during class hours. Still, many of you are using your laptops. If you are so busy, please leave the class. Close your laptops.
Now, as a normal background study, all of us are from business scientist background, so it's it is not much of importance. But all of us know what ChatGPT is and how it works. It basically is a large language model which uses transformers to take input and give output in natural languages, which is English, French, and other such languages, which it is trained on. Released in November 2022 by OpenAI, the model GPT-3 was released on that time. Currently, it is working on Model 4. Methodology. How they performed the review for this. Scoping review was performed instead of systematic literature review, which was stated before. It was one of the things which I was profoundly astonished by, because I also thought it was an SLR, as stated by man. Later on, it is specifically stated that they were using scoping review. Scoping is done on two databases, which is Scopus and Google Scholar, and which is within the period of May 2023 and June 2023.
Hey, only for 2 months they are doing.
No, ma'am. They take May to June 2023. They search for articles. They are taking articles from June 2019 to June 2023.
Okay, 5 years.
This is the search period. They are doing a 5-year search period. A 5 years process was then implemented. Here they have done scope. They have found 107 articles which related to their search terms. Their search terms were specifically higher education, AI, ChatGPT, artificial intelligence. Using these as a Boolean terms, they saw how many articles there were. Of the 107 which they got, 16 were directly removed because they were duplicate articles, leaving us with 91. Of the other 91,
Show the flow chart. We get an idea.
flow chart is not.
What?
Yes. Of the other 91, 6 were removed because they were not full-bodied articles, and the other 41 were removed because they were not in English. So a total of 44 articles were used finally for the analysis. 5-phase process was used to proceed with the studies.
What is this 5-phase process?
Yes, ma'am. This is here. That is it. Next one. This is the 5-phase process which the article took over: identifying research questions, identifying relevant studies, selecting studies. These 3 we have already covered already, as it is going on throughout the research article. The other 2 is organizing data and summarizing and reporting the results. Organizing data is not much. They have read through all the 44 articles and saw what the actual results which they obtained were. And summarizing was just summarizing it into main points. As it is a qualitative study, lots of reading and lots of text were there. That is why most of the answers are in text format and no quantitative results are there. As results are summarized right now. Applications of AI in education. They have found out 4 main applications of AI in education: personalized learning, intelligent tutoring system, assessment automation, and teacher-student collaboration. Each of these 4 we can easily say. Personalized learning is mainly how students are now able to, like in Udemy and Coursera, they can see how fast they can go. AI is used in certain educational sites and educational websites, educational applications, to see how the student is progressing, what they are lacking in, how to actually fill in the gaps which we are seeing. Second one, intelligent tutoring system, is more from the student's side. They are giving feedback on how we want the lessons to be, how the lessons can be changed. So this first one is from the AI side, from the computer side. The second one is mainly from the student side of it, how they are giving the feedback and how they want to take in more education. The third one, assessment automation, is used mainly by faculties and teachers. They say that using this they are easily able to run through papers. Suppose, madam, what paper do you receive this second term? Any papers?
Second term.
Yeah, how many papers you have received for writing? Like for checking?
For checking. The second time you mean to say? Or
Like first term,
student
first term, English first term.
270.
270. So madam has to manually check all 270 articles. That is very tedious work to do. Using assessment automation, using OCR technology, it can be done in minutes. The AI will detect what the student is writing, look for certain key points and keywords, and just mark them on that. Obviously, it will not be foolproof, but it is far more faster than just a single faculty doing all the work for 270 question papers, answer sheets. Teacher-student collaboration. This is where AI comes in rather as a mediator rather than a tool. It sees how teachers and students can work together to enhance their connectivity and relationship between them using AI. Like certain things which are not being able to be expressed properly. AI can be used to mitigate that or to change the wording so that students are able to much easier understand it. These are other two things which they focus on, advantages and challenges. Advantages we have mainly three. Enhanced learning requirement, time and cost efficiency, and global access to quality education. First is enhanced learning. Enhanced learning is nothing much but that students are able to more easily consume education, consume skills. They are more easily able to get skills and have a longer period of education.
Somebody is disturbing you.
No,
No, they are least bothered to listen to me. Most of them are with their mobile phones.
Second is time and cost efficiency. Using AI, as discussed earlier, time is very much slashed in half, cost is slashed in half, as most of the things are not required to do anymore. We can just automate it, manual tasks are removed. Last one, global access to quality education. In many places, quality education is not there. Like even if we consider Telangana as a state, Hyderabad is a central location, so of course we have quality education. But going to the outskirts, we have all done social projects. We have all gone on social projects. We have seen how the education is there. ChatGPT and such, AI can bridge that gap. As AI, internet is there. Using AI, we can easily give them far more quality education, which is to them than which is available there. Going on to challenges, which are the main four: data privacy and security. As usual, AI is trained on ChatGPT. We know that it has been trained on large amounts of data. All of this data, where did they get it? They got it from social settings, social sites, which is data which this user has not consented to being used for such things. That is why data privacy thing is there. Data privacy is a very huge concern going forward. Bias and discrimination. This point specifically points towards how there is ill elements present in the data which is being used to train the models. Many of us, actually I don't know how many of us, I specifically sometimes write very unsavory things on the internet, I will admit that. Not to be viewed by people below the age of under 18, but still, there is that. So bias and discrimination, chat models will take this data and they will learn from it, which is not very optimal and which is bad for the model itself. And this, if the students utilize this, they might get incorrect data, they might get biased data, which is not good for their education and for their mindset. Third is plagiarism and academic integrity, very normal. They take data from everywhere. Even now, I can open ChatGPT and give me 5 reviews, give me 5 articles which pertain to this topic. We'll get it. From where? We do not know. They will just drag it from somewhere. Plagiarism is there. Last one, teacher-student relationship. Although we also see that teacher and student can collaborate using AI, it also puts a strain in the relationship. As students no longer see that, okay, what this guy is teaching, I can learn it myself using ChatGPT. This puts a heavy strain in the relationship, and the human touch is gone because of this in the education. Where people used to converse front to front, now people will just directly go to screen. The human touch is gone. Future direction and possibility. They have identified 3 main areas where AI can be used: augmented and virtual reality, lifelong learning and skill development, AI literacy and ethics education. Augmented and virtual reality. Who all actually know what augmented reality is? Please, at least one person. Shivani. You know what it can you please explain to the class what it is?
I'll say it to you. So augmented reality is using the devices to actually experience the real life simulations and getting the knowledge to that.
Thank you. That's a very good explanation. One of the most famous uses of augmented reality was Pokemon Go. I think at least everyone should know that one. So Pokemon Go was a usage of augmented reality. Zomato also currently uses augmented reality. So using augmented reality, we can actually enhance how students can educate themselves, how teachers can provide explanations, creating models. First, it used to be on blackboard and chalk. Now we have digital screens. Using augmented reality, a teacher can simply go in the center of the class and create a model in the air, which is very different from how it was done before. Virtual reality is nothing much VR, I guess everyone knows. Using the same type of technology, people can go through education from their own home, being able to access education from anywhere. Lifelong learning and skill development. This point specifically talks about how people can learn new skills at each facet of time. Madam will go to Coursera, get a new course, we get new skills. We as a students, we go through so many courses. Engineer can go through a marketing course, management course via Coursera, and he can learn. Using AI, this can be improved and efficiency can be boosted, and learning skills for a long length of time. AI literacy and ethics education is nothing much. It's just how in the future we actually have to understand how ethics works in AI, and we actually have to incorporate into our courses and into our educational background, education pedagogy, to actually teach students what ethics are, how ethics impact AI, and what are the ethics when using AI. These four conclusions were achieved by those three authors. Application and benefits, which we have already seen. Challenges and concerns, the second slide. AI literacy and ethics, which is the last point which we have talked about. How it is very important for the students to know how ethics are in AI, how to do ethics in AI. Like, how to explain this? How to be ethical while using AI is the best way to put it. And future research directions is mainly how AI can be used and AI is to be used. Learnings and discussions. This is what I learned from the article and what I hope to discuss with all of you. Learning increasing usage of AI in education in multiple areas. AI is being used in multiple places. It's used in testing. It is used in how we are doing stuff, how we are learning stuff, how it is being used. It is multifaceted right now. Ease of getting better education with existing resources. Even all of us right now, if we try to do so, we can get at least 50 to 70% more from our courses than we are getting right now just by using AI and properly using it. That is what I have seen that is what I am not giving a ballpark figure, that is what I am seeing from people using it. I will breach one of those challenges I said about data privacy. It is about my roommate. He has a proper usage of AI. He specifically uses AI just to learn, nothing else. He will ask me about the topic, I will give him an answer, he will then use AI to get an answer and then cross-reference it with multiple sources on the internet. He has maximized the usage of AI as well as maximized the usage of how much he is learning. Discussions are basically how to regulate AI to create balances between help and reliance. Many people are relying on AI rather than actually using it. So it is imperative to actually discuss where does it end? At what point do we stop the students from going bored? At what point we think, okay, at this point it is helping the students, but students are not relying on it. If we go above it, students are relying on it, and that's bad. If we go below it, it's not helping the students. So it's useless to use AI. And how to incorporate AI in education going forward. Right now, in all physical courses, AI is not being used. All of us are still in the process of a traditional student and teacher relation, where the teacher comes and teaches us a course. It may depend on how the teacher teaches it, but it's still without the use of AI. So we have to actually see how to incorporate AI into into the future going forward in pedagogies and such. These two are special references which I have put here. The article has specifically 108 articles which they have seen for to write this. The two main one is scoping review done like in article. Why this article specifically talks about why scoping review was done rather than the systematic literature review, and this talks about why grade circle was not followed. Grade circle is a method used to ensure the quality of the article which we are reviewing. This specific article is saying that even if you use grade circle, the change in result is not by much. So they have chosen to ignore grade circle and just forgone the quality of the articles which they have reviewed. Thank you. Does anyone have questions? Ma'am?
So what was the objective towards the conclusion?
The objective of the study was mainly to see how AI is being used. The three main objectives were seeing how what are the applications of AI, what are the advantages of AI in education, and what are the challenges being faced by it. Those were the three objectives. The conclusions were mainly that it is being used multiple places. It's being used for IITS, intelligent tutoring system. It is being used as assessment automation.
So did they mention about any specific source from where they took the data? Or was it based upon secondary data?
It is mainly used, mainly secondary data is used, no new data has been generated. What they have done actually in this review is, they have reviewed other articles, like other articles on AI in education which they have found, and they have reviewed that. So new data was used, but data from existing articles was used.
First of all, I have to appreciate you because you have chosen an article that is especially from the qualitative research methodology, because I am sure that you would not have learned qualitative methodology in your first year. You would have learned only the quantitative data, isn't it? Quantitative methodology. So, very good, you have chosen something new and you learned it. And even in that, you have come up with a new methodology which maybe we are also not aware, SCR, right? That is also appreciable. And how about, can you go back to the initial slides? After methodology. Yes. So when you see this methodology, go back to that methodology, you say that scoping review was performed, yes.